Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I wanted to show you guys how I created this look. This is basically a super natural everyday look that pretty much takes 10 to 15 minutes. This look is perfect for school, work, if you just want to run some errands and you just need to pop some makeup on your face as fast as possible and just get out the house. I've used all of my go-to products for if I need to rush out the house and do something quickly, so hopefully you guys can find some products that you love as well from this video. Before we jump right into the video, as usual, please remember to subscribe to my channel, and if you guys want to see how I created this 10 to 15 minutes quick, easy makeup look, then please keep on watching. So the first thing I really recommend, especially for a natural look, and this is what I always say in every single tutorial, is moisturising. And moisturising is important anyway, but especially important when you're doing a natural look because it will just make your skin look super healthy, and that's pretty much what you want when you're doing a more natural look. So the moisturiser I really recommend is the Simple Kind Skin Replenishing Moisturiser. I literally recommend this all the time, and it's basically great because it sinks into your skin super quickly, and that's what you want when you've got to do a really quick makeup look, because you don't want to spend ages waiting for your moisturiser to like settle into your skin. This just does it straight away and it just does the job perfectly, and obviously it's super cheap because it's a drugstore as well. So I'm just going to apply some of this on my face. Priming really isn't that important when you're rushing. I mean, obviously it's going to help, you know, keep your makeup on longer, but if you're in a super rush, then the moisturiser by itself will be just fine. Personally, I like to take my Skin Kissed Vitamin C serum. This is obviously a serum, but it's also a really good kind of primer. It creates a really nice tacky base on your face, so then your foundation will stay on your face a lot longer basically. And obviously this is a serum, so it's just really great for your skin anyway. I talk about this so much, so I'm not going to repeat myself, but I really recommend this if you have like problems with your skin, or you've got really dry skin, or really bad acne, or you just break out a lot. I really recommend this, it's great. Right, so that is my skin all prepped. Honestly, prepping your skin is the most important thing. It will make your makeup look incredible. That's what's going to determine whether your makeup looks natural or it just looks like you've caked on a load of foundation. Okay, so for foundation today I'm going to be taking my Makeup Revolution foundation stick. This is quite new for me. I haven't used it that much, but I do like it from what I've seen already. If you've got oily skin, I really don't recommend this for you. It's a very dewy finish and I don't think it lasts that well on your skin, especially if you have oily skin. But personally I find stick foundations the best because they're so quick and easy to apply, and I also love that you can use a brush to blend in stick foundations. I know you can do that with normal foundations, but personally I find the Beauty Blender does such a better job for like liquid foundations, and honestly a Beauty Blender is just not what you want to be using when you're in a rush because you've got to spend quite a while like blending that all in. So this is in the shade F5. This matches my fake tan. So I'm just going to apply some of this on my face, and as you can see, like, it's just super quick and easy. Like, you just put some on like that. Then I'm taking my Zoeva 103 Defined Buffer Brush, and I'm basically just going to buff this into my skin. And I just find this the quickest way to do my foundation. So this is my foundation on. As you can see, it's quite a dewy finish. I personally love dewy finish foundations. They are my absolute favourite, and I love this one because, as I said before, it's quick and it's not too full coverage. You can build up if you want, you can leave it how it is, and I just love it. If you do have really oily skin, I mean, of course you can try this out. You might like it, I don't really know. Obviously I don't have oily skin, so I don't know what it's like to have oily skin, but if you do, I really would recommend the L'Oreal True Match foundation. That used to be my favourite foundation for like an everyday look because it's super buildable if you want it to be, or you can have it as a more natural look. So I do recommend that foundation if you do have oily skin. However, if you have dry skin, really recommend this. So next I'm going to go in with some concealer. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I just love these two together. I think they work perfectly together. Obviously I think that's why they made them, so then they would work together. And this is also great because it's super full coverage, so it gives you that look straight away. You don't have to spend ages like building up your concealer. This is in the shade C1, the palest one, and I'm just going to apply some of this under my eyes, down my nose, forehead, cupid's bow and chin. I'm going to go back in with that brush and just kind of dab that concealer in, and then going under my eyes as well. And then I just like to take the excess I have on the brush and just take that on my eyelids. Personally, I have really, really veiny eyelids, so I like to conceal them every time. If you don't, then you probably don't need to do this. So that's my base all done. I'm now going to be taking my Coty S Barnet Translucent Face Powder. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, oh my god, how on earth do you have time to bake? But this powder is just so light and it's just the best thing for an everyday occurrence. So I'm just taking a beauty blender. This isn't even damp, like you really don't need to dampen it if you're in a rush. And I'm basically just going to take this under my eye, just right where I put that concealer. And this will also make sure that this just stays in place all day. I'm also going to take this on my nose as well. And as I said before, this is just a super light powder. Like, it doesn't feel like I've baked. You know when you bake and it just feels quite tight under your eyes sometimes? That doesn't happen with this powder. It feels super, super just comfortable, and I know that it's going to set my concealer in place all day. You can take that translucent powder on your eyelids as well. I personally like to take my Wonder 2 Perfect Selfie powder. I just love this powder for setting my eyelids because I do tend to crease on my eyelids quite a bit, so I just have to make sure that they're super set in place. So I'm just going to take that over there. And then pretty much I'm just going to set a bit of the rest of my face. I always have to set my face every single time I do makeup. I don't know what's wrong with me, I just have to do it. So I'm going to be taking my Rimmel Stay Matte powder and I'm just going to lightly set the rest of my face. Right, so next going in with my eyebrows. To be honest, my eyebrows are probably the thing that's going to take me the longest just because I'm an eyebrow freak and I need my eyebrows to look good whenever. So personally, I like to take two products. You really don't need to do this, you can take either one of these. So the first product I like to take is my Benefit Browsings Kit. This has been a favourite of mine for so long, I can't even tell you. I've been using this ever since I first started makeup. So what I like to do is take the wax side and I basically just like to really lightly kind of create the shape of my eyebrow. Right, so as you can see here, I've pretty much just outlined my eyebrows with the shape I basically want. And then I'm going to be taking my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Brunette. I really recommend this like by itself if you're not a huge eyebrow freak like me, because this will give you the shape that you need. I've recently got my mum so into this, she absolutely loves it. It's perfect for creating the like brow shape you want but still a natural look. But I like to take this after that product so I can just kind of add in like a hair effect and just kind of fill in the brow. So I'm just going to take really super light strokes and just kind of fill in those sparse areas. And then near the front I really lightly kind of flick upwards to kind of follow the hair that's already there. And that for me just creates the perfect kind of natural brow, well, natural brow. Okay, and then for me, one of the most important steps of this entire routine, which is probably one of the quickest steps as well, is taking my L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper. I really recommend taking a brow gel, just so your eyebrows are in place all day. It also makes them look so much more natural as well. It's just the best thing ever, and it doesn't take like any time at all, so I really recommend. And I also really recommend this certain product because, I don't know, it just makes my eyebrows look so put together but really natural at the same time. And I don't think I'll ever use a different brow gel, ever. Okay, so once my brows are all done, I'm then going to go in and kind of add some colour to my face. So my favourite contour kind of bronzer set to take is this Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Bronze and Glow little palette thing. This comes with a bronzer and then a highlighter as well, and I love this for an everyday occurrence because the bronzer isn't like too much. It's pretty subtle to be honest, but you can build up at the same time. And it's the same with the highlighter as well. This highlighter is my favourite ever for an everyday occurrence just because it just looks like a natural glow but you can still build up at the same time. So I'm going to go in with the bronzer first on this big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to do what I'd usually do, so just kind of take this around my forehead just to kind of build up some colour to my face. And then also take some on my cheekbones as well. If you want to add a bit more of a chiseled out cheekbone, which sometimes I am in the mood for, I like to take my Hoola Bronzer by Benefit, and I just like to apply this just on my cheekbones just to really build that up and make them look a bit more chiseled out. Literally I barely added any product just then and it's already created a really nice chiseled out look. And then if I do this, I just add a tiny weeny bit on my forehead just so it all kind of merges together. Now I know a lot of people aren't a blush fan, but for me I have to wear blusher whatever the occasion is. It's just something I have to do. So I really like taking my Milani Bakes blush in the shade Luminoso. This for me is a really nice natural blush with a really nice sheen to it, which I personally love for an everyday look. So I just like to take a tiny bit of this, just apply it up there, just above my cheekbone, and then bring it down a bit onto the apples of my cheeks. Then I'm going back in with that Charlotte Tilbury kit and taking this highlighter, and I'm just going to apply this on my cheekbones. Oh, this just applies so nicely. There's like, you don't have to keep on adding it, you don't have to keep on blending it. It just applies straight away and looks amazing, which is why it's perfect for this kind of look. Just apply it a little bit above my brows, Cupid's bow, and a bit on my chin as well. And as you can see, that just creates the most beautiful glow, and that literally took me no time at all. Then I just like to take my NYX Dewy Finish setting spray, just so it soaks up all that powder and makes my face stay in place all day. Again, really quick step and very necessary. I would really recommend doing that on an everyday occurrence because it just makes everything look so much better. Then I'm just going to take my eyelash curler and just curl my eyelashes. I'm not going to be wearing falsies in this video because realistically, who has time for that? Like, who the hell has time for that? And then my favourite mascara is this Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. This will just keep your eyelashes really nice and curly and just up, which personally I need when I'm just having my natural lashes. So I'm just going to apply some of this all throughout my lashes. And what I tend to do is apply one layer, let that dry, and then I'll go in with a second layer afterwards. So while I'm letting that first coat dry, I'm just going to go on and do my lips. So I like to take my NYX Retractable Lip Liner in the shade Nude. This just is the kind of perfect your lip colour but better, do you know what I mean? So it just looks completely natural. So I'm just going to line my lips. And then I just like to kind of fill it in as well a little bit, not too much. If you do want to take a liquid lipstick, I really recommend these Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Colours. I think this one is in the shade Embrace. It might be Seduction, I'm not sure. But it's basically a pinky nude colour, which I think is perfect. So I'm just going to apply this over my lips. These are honestly my favourite everyday lip products just because they're so easy to apply. They're like a matte finish but still feel really nice and creamy on your lips, so it doesn't feel really gross and dry throughout the day. And they're just super easy to just slap on, so you can just take this in your handbag and just keep on applying it throughout the day. So now I'm just going to apply another layer of mascara. Honestly, for me, my eyelashes are never going to look as good as I want them to be, but for me personally, this mascara does the best job out of any other mascaras I've used. So now I'm just going to apply some to my bottom lashes as well. I'm not going to apply too much. So guys, this is pretty much the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give me a big thumbs up as usual, and remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also remember to share this video with your friends as well and let them know about my channel. That would mean so much to me. As usual, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of the day, and I will see you in my next video.